be demoing the splash page as well as the create account functionality. So when you go to our website, you'll be directed to the splash page. So on here you have how to use, about the creators, and then you have a link to sign in. So for how to use, it kind of just gives you a brief explanation of what SmartSpend is supposed to do. It's easy to set up. It only takes a few minutes, so this will be what we'll be filling out shortly. And then this is a picture of what our dashboard would look like once you sign into your account. And then we also have an AI feature that we'll demo as well. And then it goes through other parts of our web application. And then about the creators, we have who we are and what we did for the project. So let's get started with signing in, creating an account. So I'll type in my name. The middle name is optional. You don't have to put it if you don't want to. And then let's do my school email. And then there are password requirements. So if I try to type something that doesn't meet it, well, first it'll also tell you to fill in all empty fields. And then we can also toggle it just to make sure everything was correct. And we'll hit create account. So we have our email verification just to make sure that what the account that you're signing up for is a valid email address. So we just got the notification. And then it tells us hi with our username that we created. And then it gives us our code. It will expire in 24 hours. So let's go put that back in. And then if for some reason the code didn't work or you waited too long, you can always resend the code. Or if you want, you can cancel the registration at this point, but we'll continue forward. So now is the part where we input our account information. So let's just say for monthly income, I make $3,000. Savings goals I want to have, let's just say I want to save up for a car. That'll be $40,000. And then for general savings, let's just put $10,000. And I want to have a fixed budget. I don't want it to be flexible. And then for expense categories, anything, every time you click the checkbox, you'll input a field for it. So this will be how much you want to be sent, you want to spend. So it'll be your budget basically. So let's just say for food and dining, I only want to be spending $250 a month on it. And then rent, let's just say I pay $1,900. And then let's just do transportation. I spend about $300 in gas a month. So I'll hit complete setup. And then it takes us to our dashboard page. So nothing is really filled out too much right now because we don't have any expenses logged, but we'll go through that process later. But the things that are filled out are the budgets that we set up currently, as well as the savings goals that we want.
Hello everyone, my name is Kenneth Riles and I'm going to present our dashboard for our project. So as you can see here, we have different graphs, one for spending trends, where the user enters their monthly budget and expenses, and then all the predictions are charted right here. As you can see, I didn't include much data, so I just have this point right here, $7,458. And so what it's supposed to do right here is it's supposed to display the total spending trends for each month. Right here we have the budget versus actual spending. It has the different categories right here. You got rent, medical, shopping, entertainment, and it's categorizing it by the actual spending and budget. Right here we have income versus spending. And again, I don't have much data. Right here we have the top spending categories. And the clear winner we see right here is the food category with transport in second place. And right here, finally, we have savings progress. This is our total savings during May, which is $150. Okay, and now I'm going to show you our next feature, the AI chatbot. This is our SmartSpend financial advisor. And right here, you can enter a question, or you could drag and drop a file or image. It even accepts receipts, so it's able to decipher information from pictures of receipts. So let me ask you a question real quick. Let's say I spent $80 on burgers for the last 3 weeks. How can I improve my spending habits if I want? Oh, I should also specify what total savings I have. I have a total of, let's see, this in savings. How can I improve my spending habits if I want to increase my savings to, let's say, 100,000, 6 figures, let's go. All right, and then I click analyze. There you go. All right, let's see. So this is the response it gave me. It says I had to save an additional $96,500. I have to create a budget. Okay. And also, I can drag and drop a receipt. Just let me find the file real quick. Oh, let me. Okay, so I found my picture of my receipt. I'm going to put it right here and have the system analyze it. Give it a moment. Okay, there you go. So, by the way, I went to In-N-Out Burger. That's the price, that's the date. Yep, seems pretty accurate. All right, and that's our AI chatbot.
Go over the product demo right now and go over some of the parts. So first I'm going to go for the spending trends. Pretty much I will go ahead and enter the expenses and the budget that I have. I'll click on analyze spending. Over here it will give me the total and everything, all the spending distribution, and over here the anomalies, and over here we have the graph. If I go over here, it will show me my history, and pretty much that's going to be the same thing whenever I enter new data. And over here the code, so this is for spend trend. And over here is the analytics.py to detect the anomalies, and that's the the PHP file, and as well, by the way, there's the prediction, sklearn, and the stats model, and spend trend buys. Same thing. I'm using fast API, stats, and so on. And yeah, this is the part of the demo part of spend trend.
All right, so this is my presentation. This is Zachary McLaughlin. I'll be actually displaying our database right here and also how our pipeline of uploading the documents works. Um, just a quick rundown because I'm not showing you the code if you may be interested in actually knowing how this stuff works. For anything but a PDF, such as JPGs, PNGs, any kind of file extension that's not a PDF, I'll be using this thing called OCR, which is optical character recognition, to go through the receipts lines or documents lines, whatever you upload, and to gather things that have keywords such as total and like the business name, and it was stored in the database. Now for the PDF, I have a different process of actually extracting uh, the info. Um, I go through like the first lines of codes and I look through different things. I might be switching it up PDF wise on how we're extracting by using an API that maybe be easily better to extract data from PDFs, because PDF extraction is a bit different from these other things. Optical character recognition can't extract PDF, so I'm thinking about switching up the PDF extraction files. But basically, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be selecting a file, a receipt to upload. Once I upload, like I said, this data will be extracted and then stored in our database, and it'll be able to be used for other things such as like our actual process of the app now, which is actually checking like recommendations on how to save, or actually checking like budgeting and charts of what your income and outcome is. So let's get started. So here we're going to select the file. Also, you can select all. You can select images or PDFs. It's up to you, whatever you want to upload. Um, so we'll go here. This is a coffee seat remaker. This is a receipt from Best Buy. If you see right here, this is zoom in. If you see right here, this is the receipt, Best Buy, and then you see my total here is $4.40.93. I'm gonna upload this right here, right, and then we're gonna choose the date that it was uploaded, right. It's a receipt. We're going to upload the document. You'll see the OCR working right here to actually extract the PNG info. You're going to see, okay, now it is working correct. We've extracted, the process was successfully the data was successfully extracted from here. We can go to our AWS. You see here, we have nothing in our AWS. I've actually deleted every info before of our AWS items in the table. We're going to refresh right here. We see that something was uploaded. We see different attributes in our table, and then we see, okay, this is the business name, this is the uploaded date. You'll see it is 2025 May 13th, right? And then this is the file path, the total amount right here, which is going to be 440 and 93 cents, like we said. I can go back here, show you another thing I could upload. Let's go to select another file, right? Let's select, oh, my fault, I'm sorry. We can select a Spotify receipt, right? You can see right here, this is a Spotify receipt, right? Purchase amount is $11.99. Okay. Upload right here. Actually upload it here. It says it's successful. Let's go to the table right here. We'll see the Spotify receipt right here, $11.99. 2025, May 5th, the 13th. But yeah, this is actually how our upload pipeline works. It might be a couple more features implemented using API for other stuff such as PDS, but for the most part, this is our minimal valuable product for our uploading pipeline.
Okay, so this is our profile, part of our website, showing off our profile functionalities. So if you go to the top right and click on your name, you can click View Profile. And here you can see it shows my full name, email, and monthly income on the left side, where you can update it anytime you want, changing it from like 4,000 to 3,000 or 30,000 even. Uh, you can also change your password by clicking Change Password. Here, I'll type in my old password, and then I can type in a new password. And then I can click Update to change it. On the right side, it also shows your goals, like for example, your car goal, emergency fund, general savings, and vacations. And you can change them or reset them to if you don't have any goal currently. But also at the bottom, there's make a deposit where you can click and type in how much you've saved. For example, for the car goal, I could say I saved like $1,000 or something, and then I could save it, and it'll show I've saved $1,000 towards this goal. Or I could also, for example, reset the vacation goal. Yep. And it shows that I don't plan to save any money for a vacation. And that should be it for our profile functionality.